very much. Yes, home again. Jerry!
Thank you, Sir John. And in this, the third year of the annual McGregor's Shortbread Prize for Scottish Literature. Sorry. Pardon. The finalists, most of whom are with us here this morning. Cameron!
Please sit down. You don't know who I am.
Come on, this way. Here we are. Careful. Yes. Right, now, come on. Go and sit down. Sit down over there. Yeah? That's grand, thank you. Thank you. Well, now that we're all present...
Hell of a thing, jet lag.
How would you know?
Yes. No. These are amongst the strongest group of creative writers ever assembled in Scotland. So, with your permission, Sir Alistair, I would like to launch the Punter's Prize for Literature by introducing the nominees to you. Rose Riverbank's collection of poetry, Sangs for a Wally Close, which allows the mither tongue to ring out loud and proud. Roderick Murray, whose 18th biographical novel, Robert II, shows he's still going strong. Sandy Black, whose hilarious psycho-gothic novel, Carluke, both entertains and disturbs. Lady Lucinda Finlay's Blood on the Tweed weaves a magical tale of steel bonnets and ripped bodices. Ewan Kennedy, The Scheme of Things, a novel of despair and hope, which arises from the grimness of a west of Scotland housing scheme. And finally, from the pen of a man who has returned home 18 years after living in the States, his third, and he assures me the final part of his trilogy, Going Home, by Cameron Friel. Ladies and gentlemen, I commend to you the finalists of this year's McGregor's Shortbread Prize for Scottish Literature.
Grief, it's only a bullet.
I think you've spent too long in the States, Mr. Friel. How long were you there, anyway?
18 years, Los Angeles.
Script writing, was that lucrative?
Made a few bob. Came back to Glasgow 6 months ago.
Where did you come back from?
Our wedding in Boston.
We've been away for a month.
So who's trying to frighten you?
I am the most mild-mannered of men.
Now come off it, Cameron.
My new book seems to have ruffled a few feathers.
A Scottish critique of Scottish parochialism.
Excuse me, I need that book.
Who are you?
Sorry. Maggie McLeish, Professor of Scottish Literature at the university.
Maggie's to blame for it all.
Sorry?
Well, you did ask me to come home and sign a big fat cheque, didn't you?
Oh, Cameron's sponsoring our new Scottish Writing Foundation.
The Friel Foundation, a certain cachet, don't you think?
Death threats notwithstanding.
I'm sure this has nothing to do with the Foundation.
I'm glad you're sure, because I'm not.
That's it, sir.
So no one saw who placed the envelope?
We've interviewed everyone that was here. That's fine.
Right, go and check the bullet out. Mrs. Friel, I'm sorry your first visit to Scotland has been so negative. We're not like that all the time.
Oh, no, I am well aware of that.
Patricia's an expert in burns.
Oh, no, I'm just writing a thesis, that's all.
Where are you staying?
We've got a flat in Hindland.
Well, no, actually. This is our new address.
What's going on?
You'll find out soon enough.
Let's get on. You want to just keep going, Alec?
No, I'm completely knackered, Jake.
We'll stop off in York then, get a good kip. We'll be back home by noon tomorrow. We'll just phone home.
They're back.
You ready? Come on, give me that.
Come on, you two, that's enough now. Lucy, get your toy bag, and Tom, get the cake in the kitchen for Granny.
And you go,
Where are we going?
would see your gran.
Maureen not in?
Let's be at the shops or something.
Did you phone Jan at the mission?
Later. I'm starving.
Okay, Sean, just take those two, okay? Hi, James. How's it going? Right.
Max and Sparks?
Now, did you ask them this time?
Almost certainly.
Oh, start sauteing those onions, Hamish, would you? Hello, Duke Street, Hilton. How may I help you? Jake! Where are you? Oh, wonderful. Right, so what about 2 o'clock tomorrow, then? Fine. Consider the car fatted. Okay, bye. They're coming home. What are you doing?
Salting them.
Hamish, you idiot.
Well, what do you think?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's brilliant.
And it's all yours, your own little brigadoon.
I'll leave you to it. Look, about the car.
What car?
Never mind.
Around 11 tomorrow, I'll pick you up.
Fine. Jerry, thanks for everything.
Don't mention it. I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
What car?
Aha. And now, madam, I will carry you over the threshold. 1, 2, 3.
Identified that bullet, sir. .270 soft nose Winchester.
A rifle bullet?
130 grain. We're checking the stockist now.
So what's it for?
Sorry?
Well, rabbits, elephants.
Oh dear, sir. It's from a deer rifle.
Right, sir. That's your flowers. You owe me another £5.
15 quid? She'll think I've been up to something.
What are you up to?
Never you mind. How did you find out about it?
Pal of Jake's runs the auction.
Where the hell is Jake? He's supposed to have got cracking on the translation of my book.
He's 3 days late getting back from Romania. Professor McLeish is up to high dough as well.
Maggie, what's she worried about?
The minute Jake gets back, let me know. Because he's supposed to be giving the paper on the Friel Foundation this afternoon, all right? Bye.
Hey, okay, Maggie, how did the McGregor launch go?
Oh, fine.
Piece in the rag about a bullet.
Publicity stunt.
At the meeting, then.
Und Käse an them we sever, if it will, and then forever.
Come on, it's here to be sold. 300. 300, 250. 200. Do I hear 200 for the FSO? 50. 50 pounds, I'm bid. 50, I'm bid. Do I hear 60? Pence. Come on. Right now.
Deep in her wrong tears I'll pledge thee, warring sighs and the groans I'll wait.
One six for the Sierra, 16. Sold at 16. The gentleman in the bonnet. Now then, this is it. A real beauty. A lovely 1959 Chrysler Imperial, full documentation. The owner had it from new. 72,000 on the clock, a real collector's item. Now he'll start me off at 10,000. 10 for the Chrysler. 9, 8, 7.
6,000.
6,000 unbid.
6,500.
6,500. 7. 7,000. 7.
$10,100.
10,100. 10,100, I'm bid. 10,100 on my left. 10,100.
10,200.
10,200. 10,200 for the Chrysler. 10,200. $10,500 it is. 10,500 on my left. Last chance. 11. 11 it is. 11,000. At 12,500. At 12,500. Is that my last bid at 12,500? Sold at 12,500 to the gentleman on my left.
Didn't really want it anyway.
something.
My secret lover chose them for me.
Tell Jackie they're lovely. I'll put them in some water.
Hello. She found a what? No, I can't come. Look, it's my wife's birthday. I'm taking her out. I'm sure you can manage.
Just how many feathers have you ruffled, Mr. Friel?
Pity me, Inspector. I am that most exoriated of beasts. The jock who's made it abroad and then has the unmitigated gall to come home. Cheers.
Taking literary criticism a bit far, is it not?
Sticks and stones.
And you've no idea who might have done this?
No, I damn well don't. And I've got an interview here in half an hour. I'd prefer to do it without you lot here.
We don't like this any more than you do, Mr. Friel.
Then I apologize for your damaged sensibilities.
How are you, Mrs. Friel?
Oh, he's just a little overwrought. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I see.
Are you all right staying here?
I have a spare room. You'd be welcome. And I'll get a plumber.
No, thanks, Jerry. But I'm not going anywhere. What is that?
He wanted to make you feel at home.
At home I drive a Beetle. Oh, my Lord, here's that film crew. Jerry, can you see to them? I'll make sure he's got his tie on straight. I'm sorry.
We'll see ourselves out.
Look, I don't know if this means anything, but Ewan Kennedy was turned down for a job at the foundation. He's been mouthing off ever since.
Thanks for the tip.
What's going on?
Out for lunch?
Oh, welcome home, boys.
What is this?
Alan. You've lost a bit of weight.
Hey, watch it.
Shut it, Malky.
What's all this? The man for your uncle?
Trust no bastard these days. Feet!
I'll try that dug up, Frankie.
Doug'll no bother you. Hey, Malky. You're sharp.
No problems, Frankie. We're having to do at that homeless place. They should be at it a while.
Good. That'll make things easier.
Look at this. Shooter's raking my bag.
Get your mat to fix it and put it back.
Now, where are we going now?
To collect.
Oh, don't tempt me, Malky.
Here, I bought you a stupid hat. Oh, thanks very much. Is there any danger of a cola or something?
Yes,
Wonderful.
There. See the change? 3 months later. Smiling. Different kids.
Sweetheart. Oh, look, there's that wee pine cod.
Aye.
Oh, you booked your place at the Pearly Gates, Jake.
Don't speak too soon. The sterilizer broke down while we were there. They'll have a list of things a mile long they need.
Come on, Jake, we'll talk about that in the morning. Let's enjoy ourselves.
Right, Jake. How you doing? James, how you doing? Not bad. Catch you later. All right. Yep.
Right, just help yourself. Oh, there was a Professor McLeish on the phone.
Maggie, aye?
Something about a meeting at the university.
Oh, crikey, yeah. I'll have to watch the time. Is Maureen coming? I tried phoning home. No answer.
Could we go next door, Jake? Just ask, Hamish, all right? Honestly. Here.
That's dead good of you, Jan. One for later.
Out. And close the door behind you, please.
It's good to see you back, Jake.
Ah, you too, Hamish.
Here, what's that? Got you.
See you later, eh? She's left me, hasn't she?
Jake,
Where is she?
she phoned. From work, I think. Don't get upset.
Upset? Me? Heaven forbid. Mr. Perfect me.
Sorry. It was a stupid thing to say.
I'll see you.
Jake.
Come in, with you, Namo. Grab a pew. Just chuck him on the floor. Great thing, DTP.
Sorry?
Desktop publishing. Lets a cowboy like me kid on as a publisher. Democratisation of the media, so to speak. Circulation 543 and falling. Fancy taking out a subscription? 3 free back copies of every standing order. Maybe no. Done. So, Cameron Friel, eh?
How do you know I want to talk about him?
I'll put the kettle on. Well, it's not every day you see somebody get the bullet. Nice, of course, it's my council tax. Nah, I didn't think so.
Mr. Kennedy.
Ewan, please let us not stand upon ceremony.
Ewan. Have you visited Friel's new house?
I don't even know what it is. Some Victorian pile in Pollokshaws?
That's a farmhouse in Lennoxton.
Oh, aye, aye. Aye, wall-to-wall scrubbed pine and slate floors, eh?
Do you own any firearms?
You've an interesting line in elliptical thought.
More precisely, a rifle.
I have a Kalashnikov in the cupboard and 2 Uzis in the jacuzzi. What is this?
Someone shot a sheep, put its head in Cameron Friel's water tank.
A sheep? How apposite.
Know anything about it?
No, nothing. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be pissing him if he was on fire. Excuse the vernacular.
What have you got against him?
Everything and nothing. Second thoughts, I can't be bothered making you a cup of coffee. I've a deadline to meet.
Why are you so hostile, Mr. Kennedy? Oh, sorry. Ewan.
Me? I'm a militant pacifist. A pen is my sword.
Is that why your circulation's falling?
Do you take milk?
There you are, Joan. Have a read of these.
Okay.
Are you Mrs. McCarthy?
Yes.
I'm Maureen Kozlewski. You phoned for an appointment?
Well, yes.
We're trying to create something here. Something different. Something Scottish.
And Friel isn't.
Friel makes his stash writing Alien 6 in Hollywood, then comes over here to lecture us on creative writing.
But you've both been nominated for a McGregor Prize.
Aye, right. I'm there to make up the numbers. He's even greased Maggie McLeish's palm at the uni. 50 grand gets you your own foundation.
Didn't stop you applying for a job, though. Lecturer in creative writing, yeah?
Let me tell you about creative writing. See these? Bus drivers, housewives, unemployed. Some of it's brilliant. Most of it's mediocre. But even the stuff that's crap deserves a chance to get published. Unlike Friel's recycled pap. You got a first name, Constable?
Miss. Thanks.
Pop down to Scotia one night. Buy you a pint.
It's not my scene. Bye. Were those two women out there alcoholics? Not a word we like to use here. Just people with alcohol-related problems, that's all. All right. We don't use labels. Identifying problems and trying to solve them. That's what we're about. You mentioned those two ladies. One of them's a nurse, the other's unemployed. All sorts, really. All sorts of problems. So, what's yours?
Right!
Nothing visible.
Never touched him.
So?
Jake Kozlewski's just took off in the van.
Don't make me get upset, Stephen. It's bad for my ulcer and your throat.
Don't worry, Frankie, we'll find it.
Drive.
We're at the home of Cameron Creel, controversial author of Going Home, the third part of his trilogy, following the story of Scots writer Callum Innes, over the sea to America and Hollywood, and now back again to Scotland.
Nominated for the McGregor's Shortbread Award, the book has produced a furious response because of its blatant criticism of the Scottish literary scene, to the extent that the author is now under police protection. Cameron, your novel describes most of Scottish writing as being, and I quote, inward-looking, puerile and parochial, with a core not so much rotten as non-existent.
Gosh, did I say that?
Indeed you did. So why should we believe that your writing is any different?
If I may paraphrase Kipling, winds of the world give answer, they are whimpering to and fro, and
Oh, there he is.
soul of England.
Still giving you a headache?
No.
Oh, he deserves all he
I'm
gets.
a Scottish artist
Jean,
in exile.
what is the Shortbread Award?
6 books are nominated every year. You vote to say which one you prefer.
And you have to buy them. It's a con.
It's very
You saying you can't
prestigious.
understand
Oh, I'm
Scotland
sure it
without
is.
leaving it.
Exactly.
I'm nipping up to get a shirt.
More than that. I'm interested in a wider constituency than most of the stuff that masquerades as Scottish literature. It's a symptom of an immature culture. I guess I'm still trying to get it to grow up.
Even if it means personal threats against your life?
So be it.
People say court controversy is a marketing tool rather than because of any deeply held belief.
Well, they would say that, wouldn't they? Slange.
Thank you, Cameron. You can meet Cameron Friel and all the other shortlisted authors at the public book signing on Thursday night. Next week, we'll be looking at 2 other nominees, a new collection of poetry by Rose Riverbank, and Ewan Kennedy's uncompromising novel, The Scheme of Things.
Oh, Jim, before you go tomorrow morning, will you leave me some cash? I've read 3 of the books, but I want to buy the others.
I've only got a couple of tens.
That's all I need.
Listen, why don't you wait till you come out in paperback?
That is in paperback.
Jean, it's all the hype, these competitions. It has nothing to do with art or literature. It's all bloody swearing.
What would you know about literature? The last book you read was the Ur Wully Annual, 1961.
1962, actually.
Anytime you feel like a chat, just pop in. And I'll see you same time next week.
Thanks very much.
George, shouldn't you be at work?
Jake's back. Look, we've got to keep our heads down for a couple of days.
Jake, I'll go then. Jake, I'm sorry.
Jake, listen. No, please. I've come here to talk to my wife. Now, if you'll kindly leave us.
He's not going anywhere.
Jake, I told you to go. God help me, I'll kill you, Jake! Will you be all right?
Just go. Just go.
I've no shame. You understand? No shame.
So what am I supposed to do, right? He's not at the mission, he's not at home, and he's not at the university.
It was your responsibility, soldier boy, so you better find him and damn quick, or your ma will be having a lonely time at the dancing. And don't make yourself comfortable. I'm expecting a visitor, so get on with it. Do you receive my meaning?
So, that's it then?
You can't pretend to be surprised, Jake. It's been coming for years.
Where are the kids?
They're at my mum's.
Why George Proctor? Why?
I really don't think that's any of your business.
Then what is my business, eh?
Well, maybe if you'd spent a bit more time with me and the kids than saving the world, you might know.
I was doing it for us!
You were doing it for you! Look, I might as well get this over with. I need a divorce.
Can you not just let it rest? Please!
No, Jake, listen to me. I need a divorce. I'm pregnant.
You bitch. Right then, so I'll just lie down and die. Will you pair get on with it, will I?
I'm only asking for a divorce.
Only? No. Never. You're not getting the kids.
Jake, just calm down.
You might get a divorce, but I'll be damned if you're getting the children.
Don't drag the kids into this.
It's you that's doing the dragging. A junkie shacking up with an alcoholic.
What?
Had a wee joint last night, did we?
Get real, Jake. Since when does the odd joint make me a junkie?
I doubt the judge will share your liberal views.
Get out of here. Get out. Get out!
Monkey makes the world go around, the world go around, the world go around. Monkey makes the world go around, the clinking, clinking sound on beat.
Take me to it.
Perfect.
Not quite.
If this cash was used for the expansion of the business school, it would mean more overseas students with overseas tuition fees.
Listen, hang on here. I have already raised £50,000 a year for the foundation. Now, we were promised that that would be matched pound for pound.
And I have raised £250,000 for the business school. Matched pound for pound, that's £500,000 a year.
I've never seen this.
They were distributed. I understood Mr. Kozlewski had a copy for you. I believe he was supposed to be delivering a paper to us on the viability of the new writing foundation.
Well, Mr. Kozlewski obviously believes he's more important matters to deal with.
Look, I have been trying to get in touch with Jake. He has, as you know, been out of the country.
Well, unfortunately, if we want to take advantage of this new cash, we need a decision now.
I just can't see a way out, George.
We knew it wasn't going to be easy. We discussed
Oh, you can
all the
discuss it all you like, but it's different when it really happens. He says he's going to get the kids.
He is not going to get the kids.
He meant it.
We'll sort something out.
I can't lose the kids, George. I just can't.
I really feel we have to vote on this now. There has been ample warning.
But...
Professor Dawson is perfectly correct, Maggie.
Oh, please.
But I move we hold this over until next week's meeting, when Mr. Kozlewski can no doubt give us the benefit of his learned advice.
Jake, where the hell have you been?
Leave it!
Are you all right? The police has been looking all over for you.
I've other things on my mind.
Dawson's pulling a flanker. Business studies are trying to grab the extra money. The new Writing Foundation might not open.
Something a lot worse than that might happen.
Jake, we've got to talk.
Later.
No problems, I hope, Maggie?
No, nothing we can't sort out. What is he playing at?
I don't know. Maybe something happened in Romania. Oh, by the way, McGregor phoned. He's a bit worried about security at the book signing.
Book signing? I need that like a hole in my head.
And as Callum looked, the old woman's slate grey eyes creased, then narrowed in a smile of knowingness. Secret, she said. Well, I'll tell you a secret, Callum. Women dally in sex looking for love, and men dally in love looking for sex. Oh, Kenny, what are we going to do?
But Maggie, I thought it was all sorted out. Are you telling me the government aren't matching the cash?
They've moved the goalposts. And Jake's disappeared.
He's what? Would you stop the nagging for a moment, please? Thank you. What do you mean he's disappeared? He's supposed to be translating my book.
Look, that's the bloody least of it. Now, Cameron, don't worry. By the end of next week, we will have everything sorted out.
I await the developments with interest.
What's wrong?
My new writing foundation is in jeopardy. Jake Kozlowski's gone AWOL. The publisher is screaming at me for a translation. Some moron wants me dead. And that bloody plumber is driving me insane! Apart from that, everything's hunky-bloody-dory.
Do you think you could tone down the juice a little?
No, actually.
Hello?
Jake! What are you like? We've been worried sick about you, man.
Aye, well, I'm still in one piece.
Well, listen, how long are you going to be there? Or are you going to come back to the mission?
That's some unfinished business, Alec. Look, I'll call you later.
No, Jake! Well, he's back at the house. Right, you. Out!
I've been trying to get hold of you. I've got to talk to you. Things are getting out of hand.
Jake, thank God it's you. Come on in, let's have a drink.
In you come.
Sir?
Any joy with that bullet?
No, sir.
Could have come from any of half a dozen stockists.
And no more threats to Cameron Friel?
Well, it's been 3 days now. Nothing.
Right. Wind it down.
Right, sir.
Oh, by the way, Jean thought you might like these. And there's a letter from personnel. Congratulations, Sergeant Reed.
Oh, you swines, you rotten swines.
Thanks.
Cameron! Cameron! Oh my God, Cameron!
Pass it.
HF. Hydrofluoric.
Burns through the flesh and attacks the bone. It's worse than nitric.
Charming. Get over there now.
But he's a...
I know, an objectionable sod. I'm not taking any risks. This is past the joke.
This is Proctor's Auctions. There's no one here to take your call, but if you leave a message after the tone, we'll get back to you.
It's Jake here. I've been trying to contact you, but it's gone far enough. I have to tell you, I've given it all a lot of thought. I'm going to my lawyers to get it all sorted out. I'm sorry it's come to this. It's too late for anything else.
If I didn't have enemies, I wouldn't be doing my job properly.
Please just answer their questions, Cameron. It's for your protection.
My protection? Where the hell were they when they were needed? Have a good mind to chuck the bloody lot and go back to the States. Sod the lot of them.
You seem to be forgetting that I've got a stake in this too. Now, would you just finish your drink and let's get this book signing over with, please?
So who else is going to be at this too?
There'll be free booze, there'll be television cameras, everybody will be there. Let us depart. Oh, hang on, I've forgotten something.
Just say to Jim with regards.
What's wrong, Maggie? The favourite thrown a plate?
He'll be here. Jerry, away and phone and find out what...
Please put that thing down! Certainly! Right, where are these books then?
Right, come on, away and sit down.
Aye, before you fall down.
I am in perfect control of my faculties, Mr. Kennedy.
Aye, aye, Popeye.
Don't think I don't know what you're up to, mate.
Jab your finger at me, Friel.
Oh!
Drunk again.
He'll only be in one night, then he'll go off with a fine.
You know what really attracted me to him? His Scottishness.
That's what got him lifted too.
Doesn't seem quite so endearing now, does it? Coffee?
I better not. We've got a bit of damage limitation to deal with tomorrow.
The sponsors for the foundation.
Yes, they're talking about withdrawing. Plus, I have to track down Jake, wherever he is.
Well, thanks for the lift. Bye.
It's okay. He didn't lock up. Is that coffee still on offer?
I just don't know what to do.
Maureen, will you stop? Mr. Proctor, a word. Just give us a minute, will you? I have arranged for everything.
What does that mean?
It means that there's nothing to worry about.
I haven't seen him for 2 days. He's up to something, George.
It's Jake here. I've been trying to contact you, but it's gone far enough. I have to tell you, I've given it all a lot of thought. I'm going to my lawyers to get it all sorted out. I'm sorry.
He's not getting my kids, George.
It's too late for anything else.
I'm going up to see him at the house.
Look, stay away from there. Let me deal with this. Maureen, come back. Maureen, for God's sake.
Oh, Mr. Proctor, a word.
Shut up.
Oh, Mr. Proctor.
Maureen!
Oh, no.
Breakfast, madame?
What have you got?
University lecturer, 39 years old, 5 foot 10 inches tall, born in Greenock. Kozlewski. Jacek Kozlewski.
You seem very sure.
Yeah, well, he did have his passport on him.
Romania?
He's the registered keeper of the vehicle. Looks like a stabbing.
And you say it's the university?
Yeah.
Well, Michael, get them out of here.
Oh, come on, lads, come on!
Right, sir. We're over here.
So how did we find it?
A patrol car spotted the van speeding, flagged it down. A police constable Peters got banjoed with a jack handle.
Is he all right?
He's in for observation, sir.
What about the driver?
Well, we've got no real description. Male, mid-30s, blonde hair, grey jacket, took off on foot.
Super. Get me a map.
Excuse me, would you be careful not to contaminate the locus? We've not had it checked over yet.
I don't think we've met, have we?
It's a Miss Gilhooly, sir. Fiscal's office.
Oh, right. Thanks for your advice. Where the hell did they find them?
Morning. Morning, Chief Inspector. Permission to board?
Oh, it's all yours, Stephen. Don't contaminate the locus.
Heaven forfend.
Yes, sir. Right. Now, if he's on foot, he's still in the moor. I want stop points here, here, and here. And then search.
Oh, well, lovely day for it.
Mr. Friel, do you think this will debar you from the award?
If the consumption of alcohol debarred great writing, then 90% of Scottish authors would disappear from the bookshelves.
Jerry,
And how did you find your
last
first
night I need a degree of discretion.
Don't worry. Look, if you broach the subject of his drinking,
It's the wellspring of my art.
I drink, ergo I write.
It's crap, of course. Keep saying I'll get help, but I...
Here he comes.
Jerry! Tricia! Jerry been looking after you then?
Get in the car.
Move over, babies. Daddy's driving.
you done a fingernail sample, Doctor?
Mm-hmm.
Blood?
Yes.
How about urine?
Rather than take the urine, I am at present attempting to ascertain the degree of rigor in order that I can estimate the time of death of this unfortunate individual. So how about letting me get on with it?
I'm only ensuring that the Crown Office guidelines on the gathering of forensic evidence are adhered to.
I'm delighted to hear it, because I wrote the blessed guidelines. Now, back off.
What are we working on?
Oh, it's a facsimile of the original Kilmarnock edition. Jerry got it for me at school.
University.
What?
Not school. University. Care to join me?
It's a mite early for me, dear.
Oh, by the way, Jerry left his scarf. Bit nippy this morning, was it?
I guess.
Right, sir. We've a nice fat thumbprint on this, and there's one that matches on the rear view mirror.
Well done. If he's got form, we'll get a name pretty soon.
Look, I'm sorry, Maggie. I don't know where his damn papers are.
What the hell is he playing at? Does he want us to close down or something?
Close down? Maggie!
You all right?
Menu was a bit limited, but the crack was great. So, who's closing down?
No one.
Maggie?
Oh, well, all right, all right. It's the Free Foundation money. Business Studies is trying to get its claws on it, and the court meeting decides today.
Put up 50 grand and they'll match it, you said.
Yes, I know, but I thought that I was dealing with honest people, and it turns out that they are not.
They haven't nobbled Jake, have they?
Well, I wouldn't put anything past Dawson and her mob.
Dawson? Who's Dawson?
Professor of Retail Distribution.
Oh, right. Oh, by the way, Jerry, you forgot your scarf.
What's it about?
Hmm?
I'm talking about the book. What's the story about?
This woman, she finds an old steel bonnet on her farm in the Borders. She starts being haunted by her past and terrified that she'll make the same mistakes as her mother.
Oh,
She
the
decides-
usual.
I've only 2 more to read.
Jean, what do you make of this Cameron Friel?
Going home? Oh, it's not as good as his first.
It never are. Tiger.
The door was open.
The lock was broken.
I know.
Jemmied. Looks like
I
somebody
only came
was...
to see where Jake was.
Did you think he'd be in the desk?
No, Maggie needed some papers.
Maggie.
Professor McLeish. Jake took them on Tuesday. It's meant to be a meeting this afternoon. This is awful.
So's your luck. Trouble seems to be following you around.
What's that meant to mean?
Well, first the threats to Frio, now this.
It's got damn all to do with me.
Is this Mrs. Kislowski?
Kozlewski. Aye, she's not here. She just walked out on him.
When was this?
Sometime this week. Jake was one of the best, you know, a great bloke.
Do you have any idea where we might find Mrs. Kislewski?
Well, she works as an alcohol counsellor. She has an office somewhere in town.
Good afternoon. Is Mrs. Kislewski available, please? I'm afraid I've got a bit of bad news for you. Your husband was found dead this morning.
What?
I'm sorry.
Listen, I was lucky to get out of there. Some guy showed up, then the police.
What the hell does the police know about this?
I'll go back and ask, eh?
You found nothing in the house?
Cleaner than a gift-nick milk bottle.
Get them out of here. Oh, come
This
on,
is
man,
getting a
come
bit
on.
heavy, Frankie.
The body of university lecturer Jake Kozlewski has been found inside this van here on Fenwick Moor. Strathclyde police are anxious to trace the whereabouts of the van
Right.
during the past
I'm
week.
off.
And are
Where the hell do you think you're going?
Take my mom to a tea dance.
You're going nowhere, sunshine.
I don't want tea. When was this?
We found your husband this morning, in the back of his van. You'll understand that we don't want to...
What was it? I mean...
He was stabbed, Mrs. Kislewski.
I just can't take this in.
When did you last see him?
3 days ago. Tuesday.
And where has he been since then?
I don't know. He phoned me yesterday.
And how was his mood? We know there's been a recent change in your circumstances.
How diplomatic.
Was there another party involved?
What are you getting at?
At the moment, we have a suspicious death. We need to look for motives.
This has nothing to do with George.
Well, then we can eliminate him from our inquiries. Find out who it is to do with.
Fine. Fine.
Would you mind telling me where you were last night between 6 and 10?
Air at my mother's. Last 3 days, as a matter of fact.
And George?
He was there too.
I think we'd better go down to the station, Mrs. Kislewski.
Sir!
Cheers. Yeah, D.I. Jardine?
Chief Inspector Taggart will be with you in a minute.
We might have a name for you, George Proctor.
Who's that?
Oh, he's the wife's fancy man. He's a car auctioneer. We're getting a fingerprint sample to check. How's the weather?
You got any suntan lotion?
I'll fax some out.
Proctor's phone, sir. Prints match.
Right. Get round to Mrs. Kozlewski's work, the alcohol place. Proctor might get lonely and phone her there. Mrs. Kozlewski?
Yes?
This way, love.
It's Jake, here. I've been trying to contact you, but it's gone far enough. I have to tell you, I've given it all a lot of thought. I'm going to my lawyers to get it all sorted out. I'm sorry it's come to this. It's too late for anything else.
Anything to add?
No.
All right, Sergeant. Get down to Air, pick her up.
Right, sir.
Air?
We'll have to bring your mum in.
My mother? But she has nothing to do with this.
She swears blind that she never saw George Proctor, that you were on your own with the kids.
But...
Now, don't worry. We'll get the truth out of her.
No, wait a minute.
Do you want to change this?
George wasn't there.
Well, where was he?
I don't know. George said he was going to sort things out, but Jake was going to a lawyer to get the kids. I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Hang on. Right, I'm all ears.
That's the phone for you now.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks.
Hello, Central Drop-In Centre.
Can I speak to Maureen, please?
She's not around at the moment. Can I ask who's calling, please? Is that you, George?
It doesn't matter. Look, is she there?
Hang on. I'll see if I can find her.
Look, if she's not there, just tell her I called, will you?
She might be round the back. Just a mo. I'll go and have a look.
Look, it doesn't matter. I'll call back later.
It's a call box at Fort Lomond. Move it.
Thank you. No coach parties.
Aye, very good. Who was the last person to use the public phone?
A guy through the back.
Did we miss him? Have you got a degree in a bleeding obvious?
That's the sweep completed all the way to the junction.
Well, there's nothing in the north either.
It's getting late, sir.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So, are you going to call it off for the day?
What do you think?
How you doing?
Not a thing, sir. Listen, it's getting late here and we were wondering if...
Oh, I'm sure you're dead keen to keep on searching.
Well, actually,
You can call it off.
What?
He just walked in here with his lawyer.
And he said he'd see to it that she lost the kids. Well, Maureen was just cracking up. So I went over to see him, and he was there in the back of his van. Well, I tried to reason with him, but he just wasn't having any of it. And he brought out a knife. He threatened me with it. There was a bit of a struggle, and I tried to get it off him, but he fell over onto it. He just looked at me. Never said nothing. He just looked at me. It was all very peaceful, really. Then he closed his eyes. So I bundled him up and I drove him away. I don't know where the hell I was going. And then the police stopped me. And I panicked. I hit the policeman. That's it.
Where's the knife?
I washed it and I put it back in the kitchen drawer.
I'm sure you've all heard the news by now. It does, of course, cast an entirely new light on things.
I'm not with you, Maggie.
Well, naturally, with Jake's death, all decisions about the allocations of money should be held in abeyance.
Yes, agreed.
I'm sure we all share your thoughts, Maggie.
With respect, Principal, I also sympathise at this sad time. But while we wait in abeyance...
A man's dead, for God's sake.
And if the decision is delayed, the money goes elsewhere.
Why not ask your friends in the supermarket business?
She can say what she likes. But we have to match the product to the marketplace. We don't need writers, we need entrepreneurs.
Product, a marketplace. This is an academic institution, not a...
Drag yourself into the 20th century, Maggie. I move we go straight to the vote.
No charges have been laid as yet, but if and when they are, he'll be remanded in custody. When can I see him? You wouldn't be able to see him until he's in prison. Could be a couple of days, possibly.
Jackie.
Excuse me. Well?
Full confession.
Consensus would seem to be the best way forward, but since there seems to be none, all those in favour of the grant going to the new business school? 6. And against? 6. Oh dear. No abstentions.
May I point out, Principal, that this money does have a time element attached to it. If we delay now...
Yes.
Jackie, small, flat-handled knife. Get to Koslewski's house. It should be in a cutlery drawer. Michael.
Yeah.
Get a report on that van from forensic.
I'm sorry, Maggie.
Well, I'm not leaving it like this. This is an outrageous decision. It puts my whole department at risk.
Oh, not necessarily.
Oh, well, thanks for your overwhelming endorsement. What am I going to tell Cameron Friel?
Maggie, I've said I'm sorry. I have the 1 o'clock shuttle to catch. Let's connect later, shall we? John? We will.
Here's facts, Maggie. Business school will bring in thousands. Creative writing won't.
Oh, is that all that matters?
Well, yes. Grow up.
I'll go public on this.
Get Cameron Friel off the booze long enough to call a press conference.
All right,
Principal,
ladies?
I'm off to London myself.
Ah, we can share a cab to the airport then.
Bye, Maggie.
Bye, Maggie.
At a press conference earlier this evening, Strathclyde police revealed that George Proctor, a 35-year-old car auctioneer, had been formally charged with the murder of university lecturer Jacek Kozlewski. Proctor, well known at the Clyde car market, was described by fellow
I'm making a big
auctioneers
mistake.
as a normal sort of bloke and was
What do you
said to
mean,
be
Hamish?
well liked. The principal of the
Ask
university,
him.
Malcolm Patterson,
Hamish?
said tonight that fellow lecturers and students were
Hamish!
shocked by yesterday's events, but were hopeful that this latest
What
development
was all that about?
put an end to the fear caused
I don't
by
know.
and the speculation surrounding Kozlewski's death.
I didn't think they'd let me see you so soon.
Innocent till proved guilty. How are you?
How are you, for God's sake?
Jacuzzi was freezing this morning.
Come here, you two.
George, I
Now,
wish...
shush. I'm doing the right thing. I know I am. Now, the lawyer reckons he can get it reduced to culpable homicide. And murder's mandatory life.
You're learning quick.
Talking to a roommate. Now, you just have to keep quiet, all right?
How can I do that? I'm worried sick.
But you keep quiet. You say nothing, you understand?
No, I don't understand. Everything's coming down around my ears. Why? Why did you do it?
I should have thought that was obvious. The kids.
The kids? And what chance have they got now?
For God's sake, I don't ask much, but a bit of gratitude might help at least.
You're mad.
Maureen.
You've gone off your trolley.
Look, sit down. Think of the kids.
Oh, the kids! So what do I tell them? Your new daddy's killed your old daddy!
Get her out of here. Get her out of here!
Hang on. What exactly do you mean?
Well, it's the angle of the cuts. 2 of them. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on to that, Deirdre. Can't you wait for this to be typed? My damned handwriting. Oh, yes. An angle of 40 degrees.
Meaning?
Well, he says he fell onto the knife, right? Well, to me, that would seem to indicate an angle of 90 degrees to the vertical, right? Well, these are like this.
Well, par for the course, he fell onto my knife, Your Honour.
Aye, and the check's on the post.
Is there any more exact in the time of death?
Oh, yes. Progress, hang on, Lividity, no autolysis. Here we are. 4.2. That's an ambient temp of 14, plus or minus 2 hours. 12 hours.
Between 6 and 10 on the Thursday night, then?
An inexact science, but we do our best.
Great. It all fits. Mr. Taggart owes you a drink, Doctor.
Mine's a Lagavulin.
Oh, you look like you've lost a fiver and found a shilling.
It's the report on the bloodstains in the van.
And?
The lateral spread of the meniscal crenellation casts some doubts on the postulation of the vehicle being the initial murder locus.
So the Heather Doots, it happened in the van?
Well, we've still got enough to go on, though.
I'm sure you have. Oh, and the knife tip's over there.
Sorry?
The knife tip. 1.5 inches of it. Big hunting job by the looks. Snapped off in his spine in the second stab. Sheffield's not what it was, eh?
You searched Kozlowski's place again?
Top to bottom, sir. There's no broken knife, not in the drawer or anywhere else.
And the bloodstains in the van don't tie in with Proctor's statement either?
I told you. The lateral spread of the meniscal crenellation.
Aye. You better do a prison visit.
Fine. That's fine. So, you confronted him in the van, and he pulled a knife on you.
Aye.
What was it like again?
Well, you saw it. It was a wee kitchen devil kind of thing.
And you got it off him, and then he ran onto it.
Yeah, that's right.
Stab Mr. Proctor, Sergeant.
Sir?
Use your pen. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
And you did what?
Then I grabbed it.
So you grabbed the blade without cutting yourself. You turned it round, and then he ran onto it.
Yeah, that's right.
Just the once?
Yeah.
We're meant to be dispassionate, professional. At least that's what they teach us up at Tully Allen these days, eh, Sergeant?
That's right, sir.
Still, it's good to get a mark. Send a killer down.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But we've got this boss, old-fashioned type, you know. He likes us to send down the right people. Now, why are you lying to us, George?
I don't know what you mean.
Inspector, could I have a private word with my client?
Feel free. What do you reckon?
I'd say he's trying to cover his tracks.
Possibility, but I doubt it. Aye.
I think you'd better get on to your superior. We've got a problem here.
We've got a problem?
I called in to see him there that morning. And he was lying on the kitchen floor, already dead. So I dragged him out into the van and I drove away. That's it. I cleaned everything up and mopped the floor. There was no struggle, no knife, no nothing.
Why? Why did you tell us you'd killed him?
I'd rather not say.
Listen, you made a statement. You could go down for it now no matter what. You wouldn't be the first.
Who are you protecting, George? No names. Just nod. Is it Maureen, George?
You know those guys that you see in the gutter? I mean in the gutter. You know, with the drink. Well, I was below that. Do you understand what that means? And she dragged me out of that. She saved me. And I can't. I can't.
He can't withdraw his damn confession.
I know that, but...
We had it all stitched up by the inquiry report.
He was wrong about the knife and where the murder happened.
So he's trying to make it look less serious.
Got to tell you, sir, I'm sure he didn't do it.
Well, it's a pity you weren't so sure when we charged him, eh?
Yes, sir.
Now look, Michael, this is your mess. You better go on to the fiscal and sort it out.
Aye, but Kozlewski's wife, Maureen, we're sure he's shielding her.
I'm sure Sergeant Reed can cope with that. You're not the only officer on the case, Michael.
But you don't just hide a drink problem. You hide the reasons. The obvious thing you blame might not be at the root of it all. Excuse me.
Sergeant Reed to see you.
The police again. All right. All right, give me 5 minutes. I'm afraid I've got to go. My kids, they're due home from school.
They'll be taken care of.
Care? What do you mean, care?
Right, Mrs. Kozlewski. Please take a seat. Right. Did you and Mr. Proctor at any time discuss murdering your husband?
What? No. No. All I said was I was going to do something. And George said he would sort it out. God help me, that was it. Oh, my God. Did he think I did it?
What do you think?
It had nothing to do with me. I just panicked and took the kids to my mother's.
Do you have any idea where your husband was between Tuesday and Thursday?
No. No! Oh, please. I just want to go home. Please. Please.
Well, if it wasn't his marriage busting up that caused it, what the hell was it? When was he last seen?
On Tuesday at the uni.
So, he phoned his wife from home on a Thursday morning, and he's murdered that night. What was he doing these 2 days? Scottish literature, senior lecturer.
And an expert on Slavic languages, sir?
What is this Romanian thing?
He's made 3 of these trips with aid to orphanages in Romania. He's attached to the Duke Street mission. A saint.
Why, a saint with a secret.
Proctor's a free man. All charges dropped.
Okay, Michael. We'll go from the last sighting of Kozlewski and work forward.
Nothing at all happened over there. The whole trip went like a dream.
He didn't mention anything that was worrying him?
Well, he talked a bit about his wife, washing the dishes.
Sorry?
They weren't getting on. He said they hardly even talked anymore. So he was washing the dishes, doing the shopping, whatever, to try and make things okay again. He was trying really hard, you know? He didn't deserve none of this.
Jake and I go back a long way. He was one of my first students. And it's tragic.
So, his death caused some problems here?
What, the Free Foundation money? Yes. You know, we were that far away. I can't believe that people can get so low to take advantage of a man's death. What time is it? I've got a shortbread meeting tonight. Oh, sorry, where was I?
The Friel Foundation.
Oh, yeah. Cameron Friel was going to front it. Now, he was a real catch. Now, I've been dreaming of this thing for years. A powerhouse of new Scottish writing. I mean, imagine it. This whole place buzzing. And then the whole thing fell down like a pack of cards.
Well, isn't Mr. Friel's donation enough?
No, we needed government matching costs.
So who benefited?
What, from Jake not showing up? Oh, Dawson and our mob at business studies, I suppose.
Dawson?
Avril Dawson, jumped-up supermarket clerk. Oh, sorry. Professor of retail science.
Yeah. Where can we find her?
This time of day? Sharing a gin with a principal.
You run the mission, Mrs. McClarty? On behalf of the Kirk. It's Reverend McClarty. Keeps you busy? Busy. 10 years ago, we dealt with maybe 20 people a day. Now it's hundreds. So why send you to Romania? Well, helping others gives these kids a sense of worth, you know. And how did Jake get involved? Well, we needed someone to help translate Romanian letters, and one thing led to another. And...
Here, drop this one.
Hey, stop that, you two. These things cost money. They don't look, well, homeless. What did you expect? Long white beards and fingerless gloves. They're just kids, mostly, with no place to go.
Everything's falling apart. It's all coming apart at the seams and nobody gives a toss. Nobody.
Hamish, look, it's all right. Hey, I'm sorry, look, I have to see to the soup. No, thanks, anyway. Listen, could you, put this in the collection box for me?
What's this? Conscience money?
No, I'm trying to help.
We'll get us somewhere to live then.
What?
No.
I want a drink.
God's sake, woman, give me a break!
Can't you wait till dinner?
Don't you know? I don't do solids.
Cameron, what is happening to you? You weren't like this at home.
Don't listen to any of that cack from Maggie. We're the future, she's the past. Sure I can't tempt you?
No, thanks. It doesn't detract from the fact that Jake Kozlowski's disappearance fell very handily for you.
Is that what she told you?
Would you know any different?
Do you want to know the truth? We had her stitched up long before that. I've got friends in high places. Cheers.
We've just found Jake Kozlowski's diary. And guess who he was meeting on Tuesday evening? Cameron Friel.
What's going on, woman?
Talk to me! Tell me!
I'll tell you what's happening. This is what's happening. Nothing. Precisely nothing, all right?
I can't take this much longer!
Patricia!
Killed any sheep recently? What's the score, son? Why did you put the frighteners on him?
Does it matter?
You tell me.
Ever lived in a caravan?
A fortnight at Lark's drove me daft.
I've lived here for 5 years. I was promised this house to live in, to rent. Then he turns up, pays 125 grand for it, turns it into the Ponderosa. How would you feel?
Well, I wouldn't shoot him.
I was aiming over their heads.
Take him down to the station.
My you white settler.
White settler? I'm as Scottish as you.
It's got nothing to do with where you come from, pal. It's where you're going.
Rich man in his castle, eh?
Poor guy.
He could have killed us.
Yeah.
Thanks for such a timely intervention.
Oh, I've got other business.
Such as?
As far as we can work out, you're the last person to see Jake Kozlowski alive.
He was here for about 2 hours on Tuesday night.
What did you talk about?
We discussed my book. The translation. I mentioned it to you, Inspector.
When?
On the Thursday. The night I,
The night Kozlowski was murdered.
Yes. Well, that's one alibi you people will corroborate.
So what did Kozlowski discuss on the Tuesday?
He was translating the third part of my trilogy into Russian. He told me he'd had a little bit of trouble in Romania.
Did he get into details?
No. But he did promise me faithfully he'd have the proofs to me by Monday.
And why the big rush?
Well, it was already 2 months late as it was.
Bit of a following in Russia, have you?
I won the Pushkin Award a couple of years ago.
You're up for another one?
Yes. Well, you never know. Friends in high places.
Worth a bob, is it?
I'll tell you what it's worth. Kudos. Respectability.
Like your new writing foundation?
Well, you could say, yeah.
So, you earn your money from the film scripts, and you get your respect from the foundation.
You've been talking to Kennedy?
Well, just general chit-chat, like.
You okay? Fine. Well, with respect, you don't look it.
I tell you the truth. For as long as I can remember, I've had this thing about Scotland, you know? I mean, I never bought any of that Brigadoon crap, but a real interest. McDermott, Grassic Gibbon, George Mackay Brown. I wrote my master's thesis on Edwin Morgan. Oh, have you read his stuff?
I'm afraid it... No, I'm sorry.
The old ice is loosed, the old seeds awake. Slip out of darkness. It is time. But now that I've got here, I've discovered I don't understand a goddamn thing about the place.
Nobody does.
Here, have some wine. Oh, to hell with all that not while I'm on duty bit. Come on.
Cheers.
Well, when the sergeant has finished her wine, maybe we better go, eh?
What are we doing in here, sir?
Research. Mine's a double.
Okay, half a Guinness, pint of 80, a mineral water and double dose. Thank you.
I thought this wasn't your scene, miss.
Oh, hello there. So, how's your circulation?
Well, cardiovascular and literary.
Either.
Well, they're both a damn sight healthier than your clear-up rate.
Ah, but we caught the sheep killer, though.
Oh, I bet Jake Kozlowski's really impressed.
Excuse me.
Is there any more in this knife?
Yeah, British manufacture. Possibly a hunting knife, but there's nothing more.
Whichever way you look at it, this trip to Romania seems more and more significant.
Aye. Told Freely had problems out there, but the boy, Alec Curry, went with him. He says everyone went fine.
Did you check up on him?
Mm-hmm. He seemed clean. He'd been living rough for a while, ended up at the mission.
How do you seem?
Yeah, I come to think he was a bit nervous. But I tell you something, he's genuinely upset at Kozlowski's death.
What about this mob at the uni?
No further forward. Too busy stabbing each other in the back.
It's because my son pancake.
I'm going to pay Alec Curry a visit. If anybody knows what happened in Romania, he does. Hey, Jackie?
Yes, sir, yeah.
You know, this is actually rather inconvenient. I'm due to go out on a soup run.
Where is Alec?
He's a bit upset.
I so heard. What are these?
Some photographs of the Romanian children that we've been helping. Jake took those.
You leave those alone, please. They're mine.
I'm sorry, Alec. I was just looking. Hey, is there anything else that comes to mind about that trip?
What, like?
Well, anything unusual.
Look, I told the woman nothing happened.
And this is the way you went?
Yes.
See, it's funny, because I could have sworn that we found a ticket from Rotterdam to Hull.
No. Yes. Well, we came back through Rotterdam.
You all right, son?
Working with the Romanian orphans, you know, can be a harrowing experience.
Yeah, well, see, it gets you thinking about what's important and what isn't.
Oh, I'm sure it does. Oh, by the way, what were you doing last Thursday night?
I was here all night.
He was?
Oh, well.
Well?
We've narrowed the knife down to one Sheffield factory.
Great.
Well, no, they manufacture 14,000 a year. Stock is all over Glasgow.
Well?
I know. I've started already.
You'll make a detective, yeah? Oh, talk to me. Tell me, Jake. Tell me where you were from Tuesday night and who wanted to get rid of you. The van. How closely did we look at it?
Dusted, photographed. Like you said, a fine-tooth comb.
Maybe not fine enough.
Alec. What are you after? I need to talk to you. What? You're in deep shit here. Did you say anything to the police? Yes, I told them everything I could think of. Did you say anything? What do you think? You're my big brother. It doesn't matter, monkey's fart, what I think. It's what they think. Look, they're not playing games here, understand? So just keep your mouth shut, right?
You tell him, or will I?
Maybe we should buy flowers.
Stolen?
Well, it's like not there anymore.
Oh, well, they'll bring it back when they've done with it, eh?
Maybe I'll turn up.
You're going to make damn sure it does, Inspector.
hell can that be, son?
I'll get it, Ma.
So where's the van?
Across the road.
Oh, come on. Your ma need to sit out the next waltz.
It's a Paso Doble, by the way.
I don't care if it's a Nissan Dorma. Get your arse into gear.
See you, Ma.
Well, close the bloody door then.
Aye, but
Just shut it.
There's no light.
Hamish, don't ever do that to me again.
Never scared you, did I? I was just up changing the light bulb.
But how did you get in?
The door was open.
Oh, this is insanity!
Shit. Patricia! Patricia, I'm sorry.
He came out with us last night and helped with the soup run. We got back here about 11. I left him here in the kitchen about 11:30 and went upstairs to bed. He said he'd wash up.
Did you hear any noise? Talking? Anything?
There was no noise round here at night. I'd be worried. I just assumed he'd gone to bed.
He's the only one that stays here.
Well, we're a mission to the poor and homeless, not a hostel. I put Alec up last year as a temporary measure.
And you stay upstairs alone?
Yes, I do.
There is a matter of some delicacy. I'm not really sure.
No, I wasn't sleeping with him since you asked.
We're sorry, we've...
Oh, don't apologize. I lost my husband a few years back, Mr. Taggart, and since then the S word and I have been complete strangers, separated by the years. More's the pity. Alec was a good-looking young man.
I just came in this morning to do some odd jobs, and I was up changing a light bulb. I never seen nothing till the minister opened the door, and there he was.
Where do you stay, Hamish?
I've got a skip in a car park in Tradeston.
No fixed abode?
Time of death, approximately 12 o'clock. He was definitely stabbed with a broad-bladed knife.
Curry and Kozlowski drive to Romania. Within a week of their return, they're both stabbed.
I can't help thinking that this van's at the centre of it.
You better find it. Jackie.
Sir?
Go and see this boy's family. I know, it's the short straw. We'll meet together at 6 o'clock. And Michael, I want that van.
Mr. Curry? Mr. Curry?
Hey, what is it? You for a social?
Sergeant Reed, Maryhill CID. Do you have any neighbours around at all?
Neighbours? Neighbours? Where do you think you are? You haven't got a drink on you, have you?
Mr. Curry, there's no easy way to put this. I'm afraid your son's been stabbed. He's been fatally wounded.
Wounded? What hospital's he in?
No, he's passed away. He's dead.
Dirty bitch! You Caroline! Yes! Get off her, for God's sake! What's wrong with you? She says you are dead. What? She says you are dead! What the hell have you been up to, you wee swine? I'll tan your ass for you so well.
I haven't done nothing, you mad old sod. Who said I have?
I tell you, the next time the post was at the door, you were in your backside.
All right, that's
Shut
it. Break it up. Look, I'm not here about him. I'm here about your son.
That is my son, Brian.
No, Mr. Curry. It's Alexander.
Oh, Alec? Oh, he's fine. He's up at the mission.
It's a Sherpa look, you can't miss it. Yeah, it's got a big sign on the side, Scottish Aid to Romania.
I contacted the Romanian side of things, a Dr. Iliescu. According to him, they left Romania in high spirits, no problems.
Right. What happened to you?
I've just met Curry's family. No wonder he left home. His father's an alcoholic.
Good
Hamish
experience for Alec, eh?
What do you mean?
Hamish was just telling me that Alec was a volunteer counsellor at the same place as Kislewski's wife. That's how he met Kislewski.
Off you go.
Right, come on, you. You can take him home to get changed.
There you go, Frankie. The chemist is open.
The skies are sunny. We got a lot of what it takes to get along.
Alex said that they needed an interpreter, and Jake volunteered, as usual.
As usual.
Give him a good cause and he'd step forward. He and Alec were very alike, come to think of it. And now this.
Were they alike in any other way?
What's that?
Two men in the road, living, eating, sleeping together.
I'm not sure I appreciate your line of questioning.
We have to establish exactly what was happening in Romania and the trip back.
Well, you're barking up the wrong tree. I'm sorry about Alec. Desperately sorry. But I really can't help you anymore.
Do you believe her?
No reason not to.
I think she's lying through her teeth.
That's what I like about you, untouched by the cynicism of the job.
So the father knows nothing, the wife knows nothing. Come on.
You cheered up?
It was the day they got back from Romania. Jake had gone tearing off in the van. Alec ran out after him.
Go on.
I'm not a grass, you know.
Tell them what you told me.
Why should I?
Don't waste my time, son.
Tell him.
Alec looked funny, kind of scared. So I asked him what was wrong with him, and he said nothing. He told me to go back inside. And that's when I saw the guy jump out of the car. He grabbed Alec by the throat.
This man, what did he look like?
You'll not say I grassed.
Trust me.
I don't trust the boss.
Then trust me.
He had red hair and an earring. A face that even a mother couldn't love.
And this was the day they came back from Romania.
20 minutes after they arrived.
All right, Hamish. We'll show you some photos. See if you recognize anyone.
Could this be important?
Who knows? At this stage of things, I'll take anything that's going.
Found out who supplied the van.
Oh, aye.
I'm okay. Oh, Cantare. Get Brian.
Why didn't you tell us you'd supplied the van?
Look, I sell a couple of 100 vans a year.
Yeah, well, find this one.
Right. It's a Sherpa Luton on a C plate, 145,000 miles on the clock, and he bought it for $950 cash.
So Kozlowski buys the van, he pays cash?
Yes. No, Jake didn't buy the van.
But the van was registered under Kozlowski.
Look, I'm telling you what happened, right? It was the young lad Curry.
Oh, so Curry bought the van?
Now, was there anything unusual about the sale?
It was an old van. I mean, I've got half a dozen for sale tomorrow. I am just the agents for the sellers that come in and they go out.
Right. Could we have a copy of the bill of sale, please?
Yes, take it.
Thank you. Oh, hang on. You've got Brian Curry down here. His name's Alec.
Oh, Brian Curry, that's right enough. The bigger one.
Brian.
Just look at those dates.
Brian bought the van on the 3rd.
Yeah, but Kozlowski didn't register it until the 28th.
So what's been happening in between?
Going somewhere, Brian?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about what he does.
How did he take his brother's death?
Tells me he's upset, then he pisses off. I've got a mouth on me like a navvy.
Did the boys get on, Mr. Curry?
Fought like ferrets in a sack. Sent their mother to her grave, the bastards.
Did Brian ever mention buying a van?
A van? He can't even drive. You couldn't see your way clearly, as keen as a couple of bob, could you? First time I ever tapped a police.
Look, if he does come back, I'd appreciate it if you persuade him to talk to us.
Talk to you? He's hardly said a word to me since I got back from Holland.
Brian's been in Holland?
Aye. Rotterdam. A job like. Nothing but Doug's abuse I got.
What was this job?
Same as he done here.
And what was that?
He worked in school. A technician. A lab technician.
Can we see his room, please?
No. Here we go.
Aye. I think we've got a contact address.
I want a word with you. tell you, Jerry, these last few days have been about the worst of my life.
I know it's been very
Now,
hard.
just let me finish. We're involved in damage limitation here. Do you understand?
Of course I do.
Then stay away from Cameron's wife.
What?
You heard?
What's that meant to mean?
Don't you insult my intelligence.
It's got nothing to do with you anyway.
It has everything to do with me. I am bringing in Cameron to take over from Jake, and the last thing I need is you two swapping blows. So the choice is yours.
It's hers, actually.
What?
She's chosen. She wrote me a note. It's over.
Oh. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Look, I have to go now.
Oh, listen, there's something I have to
No,
talk to you
not
about.
just now. I've got a shortbread meeting, and you've got a tutorial. Now, don't let me down.
Yeah, but...
Later!
Right, good little runner. Needs some attention.
There'll not be a print on it worth the name now. Come on.
Should we not wait and look underneath?
I think this looks like a job for a sergeant.
Him. And him. Oh, and him.
It's not just the ones you know. It's the guy with the red hair.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
You all right?
It's oily, it's greasy, and it's wet.
Aye, but can you see anything?
Oh, hang on.
A box? Mild steel. Empty, though. But it was welded to the bottom.
You could see where they'd taken a chisel to it.
Smuggling.
Curry and Kivslevsky. Doubtful.
Maybe they didn't even know they had it. I want a photo of that van and all the news bulletins. It's been kept somewhere for the past 3 days. If we find out where, we've a chance of nailing it. Jackie, you going to try and keep clean for 5 minutes a day?
Bingo. Yeah, that's him. That's the one.
Are you sure about this?
Well, would you forget that face?
Do you know him?
Oh, I know him all right.
Stevie Damer.
100% sure.
So, Alec Curry is spotted talking to Stevie Damer 20 minutes after he arrives from the continent.
Who is he?
Damer? He's a heavy. For fast rank with government.
Come.
Excuse me, sir, that's the TV people here.
Oh, thanks, Jackie. I'll be right out. Well, gentlemen, better get on with it. We are anxious to trace the whereabouts of a Luton van. Registration number C403TFS. Any persons who think they've seen this van recently, or indeed think they know where it is now, should contact Maryhill Police on 041 946 3276.
And that number again is 041 946 3276.
Time now for a look at tonight's main news headlines, with Gordon Chapman joining me to interpret for the deaf. Officials at Glasgow's Barlinnie prison banned a press conference.
Oh, hello. Is that Maryhill Police Station?
Yes, can I help you?
Well, I just wanted to say that I've seen that van that was on the telly. Uh-huh. Was parked outside an old warehouse just across the road from me.
Have your address, please?
23 Willowbank Road. Oh, hang on. There's somebody at the door.
Crime in Strathclyde fell by almost 20%.
Mrs. Damer?
Mm-hmm.
We're police officers.
You don't waste much time, do you?
Any idea who rents it?
Not a clue.
Ah, well. Oh. Come on, then.
I was told to keep clean.
Well, that's fresh.
Oh, there's a chisel.
What a mess. Aye, aye.
I'll go and get a bag, shall I?
Why did you get a cab? I'd have come and got you.
I hate that car.
But I got it for you.
No, you got it for you. Your American dream car, just like this place is your Scottish dream home.
You've changed your tune.
I didn't choose a thing here, Cameron. You did it all.
You said you loved it.
I love the Kelvin Grove Museum. It doesn't mean I want to live there.
Jerry Hill's flat suit you better?
Okay. Okay, you want to talk? Let's talk. Why have you changed?
Why have you stayed the same?
Put that bottle down.
Give me one good reason.
I don't have any, Cameron. I've none left. You bastard!
Two methylamino, 1-phenylpropanol hemihydrate.
Come again?
Ephedrine. They were smuggling it in the bottom of the van. It's used for contracting blood vessels in the mucous membrane.
Clears your nose.
You don't murder for cough medicine.
Aye, but if you've got the right gear, you can manufacture ecstasy.
There was enough room in that compartment to smuggle 20,000 tabs of E. Almost £250,000 worth.
They'd murder for that, all right.
Brian Curry bought that van. He put a compartment in it and sent them off.
And Koslewski found out about it.
They've set up a lab somewhere, and I'll bet that's where they're hiding now. There's not a sign of Curry, Damer, or McGovern.
Well, the lockup's there. The Damer's house is opposite.
And Curry's flat is there.
We can't do a house to house. They'd have cleared the stuff out before we'd moved 10 yards.
Oh, Damer's a mammy's boy. He'll be back. If only to strangle her for setting him up.
Well, Stevie boy, where do you fancy? Maldives, Singapore?
I'll take you to Rossi with my ma.
You'll be able to buy Rossi 3 times over when this is done.
Oh, aye. Listen, I'm away for some fags.
Ah, well, keep your head down. All this gear around makes me a tad nervous.
Don't you worry, Frankie.
See what I got today? Ta-da!
Hey, Violet Damer. Look at you.
Lovely, isn't it?
Very nice, Ma.
Oh, here. You'd never guess. I had the police up.
Did you say where I was?
They weren't interested in you.
What?
No, no, no. I phoned them up.
What are you phoning the police for? You been getting bother for the Waynes next door, Ma? Have you?
Not at all. I was helping them with their inquiries.
Oh, aye.
I just thought to myself, I'll show them. We can be as honest as the next.
Neighbourhood watch. That's the game.
Anyway, I tell them about that van.
What van?
There was a picture of a van on the telly, and I seen it just out there.
And that was it?
They were very grateful.
Oh, I bet they were.
What is it, son?
Look, Ma, I've got to go. Now, don't you phone anyone about anything. You hear me? You hear me?
Aye, all right. But Stephen, you've not had your tea.
Where the hell have you been? Did you get them?
Get what?
Your fags.
Fags, oh, aye.
Well, get through there. The first batch is ready.
Frankie, I can't keep it together here much longer.
Look, I'm sorry about Alec.
I'm cracking up here.
I'll be the one that does the cracking, son, okay?
Look at this Stevie boy. 1,000 dabs. Close on 20 grand's worth.
Listen, Frankie. Something's happened.
Right, come on, you two. Out! Hey, get off me! Get off me! What are you doing? You're ripped! You hear ripped?
Stevie, Frankie McGovern couldn't give a toss about you. He couldn't care whether you sink or swim. Now, you tell me all you know. It might reflect better on you at your trial. I mean, what have you got to lose?
My face.
How long do you think your mum will keep going with you back in jail again? Tell me all about it. For her sake. You're only a young boy, Brian. You could be inside for a long time. You could be 30 before you come out. Just imagine that. 30. Maybe McGovern forced you to do it. I mean, did he suggest that you use your brother as a courier? I bet he paid for the van, eh? Were they frightened that Alec was going to grass on them? He didn't deserve to die, Brian. Just got out of control, didn't it?
Secrets. I will tell you a secret. I will tell you a secret.
Okay, Frankie. Suppose you tell me all about it.
Okay. Where do you want to start? I'll give you the whole story.
Secrets. I'll tell you a secret, Callum. Woman dallies in sex for love. Man dallies in love for sex. Kenneth Young, 7604205.
Me and Stevie found out we could get some gear in Holland. And Brian...
That's Brian Curry.
Aye. Brian had been doing a wee bit of work for us. Handy boy with the chemicals, by the way. HNC, you know. Anyway, his brother was dotting backwards and forwards to Romania. And he needed a new van. All I did was make sure he had one.
With the left luggage department underneath?
Well, we've all got to make a living. All we had to do was make them stop in Rotterdam for a day. And Robert's your nephew.
So, Alec Curry and Kozlowski knew nothing about it?
No. They come back over from Holland. And then this Kozlowski character goes AWOL with a van, chasing after his wife, poor sod. The next thing we know, he's deeding the vans in the pound. So Stevie and Brian Curry go round to have a word with Alec to find out what happened. And that stupid bastard Damer goes and stabs him. So you can see, my hands are clean.
What?
You had enough ecstasy there to send half the country up the wall.
Supply and demand, son. Supply and demand.
So who's demanding?
You give the kids a job and you'll put me out of business. I'm punting happiness, just like the fag companies and the breweries. The only difference is the government doesn't tax me.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know about that. I don't drink or smoke.
Does it not get a bit lonely in this job?
Cut a crap. Why did Kozlowski get killed?
Search me. Kozlowski's no down to us. We were all in Edinburgh that weekend, and we can prove it. The last thing I needed was Kozlowski getting topped. You haven't got any sugar-free gum, have you?
Hello, could I speak to Chief Inspector Taggart, please?
You look all in.
Oh, I'm raring to go. Give me a brick wall, I'll bang my head against it.
I thought you arrested them this morning.
Oh, we did. It went like clockwork. Confessions, the lot. Only problem is, Kozlowski's death has nothing to do with drugs or infidelity or any damn thing that we can find out.
I'll get you tea. Supper now, I suppose. Oh, there was a message for you. Must have come while you were driving home. Jerry Hill phoned from the university. Says it's urgent.
What are you doing here?
Should have thought that was obvious.
He should be here. He's not at home and the keys haven't been signed in.
I want prints, photographs. Every piece of paper looked at, ESDA, the law.
All of it, sir?
Aye, all of it.
Yep, that's what I thought you said.
This whole setup stinks, Michael.
Dear Jerry, I don't want to hurt you, but I really think we shouldn't meet again. I know you will understand. Patricia.
Oh, hi. I thought...
Going somewhere, Mrs. Frail?
Taxi. I thought you were a taxi.
I'm afraid the taxi will have to wait.
It just got too complicated, so I wrote him a note and told him it was off.
And you haven't seen him since?
No. Where is he?
Missing.
Jake Kozlowski went missing too, didn't he?
Can I ask you why you're in such a hurry?
Oh, well, I came here with certain expectations and things just haven't worked out that way.
How'd your husband take that?
On the chin. No tearful pleas. It's not the Scottish way. I guess you gotta be strong, hard.
Police are anxious to trace the whereabouts of university lecturer Gerard Hill. They say that he's been missing for the last 24 hours, and they are now deeply concerned for his safety. And now the Clydeside weather. Looks like it's going to...
There. You can't keep quiet now.
I'm sick and tired of being told what to do.
You asked for my advice, for God's sake.
You don't give me the advice I want.
And don't bloody well ask me for it then.
I'm sorry, George.
I'm sorry. I'm not getting at you.
Then tell the police. Please.
If you come with me,
They'll probably lift me again.
I'm not going on my own.
Where's your husband now?
He's upstairs resting. He's got his sights set on the shortbread prize tonight and a liver transplant tomorrow.
Maybe he's not as hard as he thinks, yeah?
They never are. Well, if you don't mind,
In fact, I do mind. You're staying here until I find out where Jerry Hill is.
Excuse me.
Have you a search warrant?
I'm just looking.
Well, what can I show you? Cheesecake, lasagna, oven chips, chops.
Excuse me, sir. That's Sergeant reading the blower.
I've got a name for you, sir. Hill's written it down next to our telephone number. A Kenneth Young? Yeah, and what looks like a student registration number.
Excuse me, Professor. Can I have a word, please?
Would you excuse me? In an hour's time, you can have all you want, but now...
Now, look. One of your staff has been murdered, and another one has disappeared.
You don't think Jerry's in danger?
I want information about a man called Young, Kenneth Young.
What? Hello? Oh, hi, Rose. Go on our way through.
Kenneth Young?
Yes. How did you get his name?
Jerry Hill tried to phone me just before he disappeared with information about this guy Young. We think it's linked to Jake Kozlowski's death. Now, who is he?
Who was he? He was one of the most brilliant students I ever taught. He was talented, an athlete, died in 1977, 22 years old. Oh, it was a dreadful business. The parents were shattered. I remember they couldn't face going to pick up his things from his room.
He's 22.
Yes. Oh, there were no suspicious circumstances. There was an inquest, a post-mortem, the whole bit.
How did he die?
Oh, what was it again? Oh, yes, viral pneumonia. He'd been out on a hill run the day before. He had a bit of a cough. He'd gone to sleep and he never woke up again. We built a cairn for him at the top of the hill. Jake used to look after it. All the student records are in the archive. The only computer I stayed in '86, I think it was.
What is all this?
Every piece of research work, thesis, degrees, everything to come out of this place. Now, it should be along here somewhere. Oh, yes. Woodford, Young, Alistair, Fraser Young, Kenneth Young. This is empty. There is no way that this should have been removed. This is outrageous.
Well, you say his parents couldn't face collecting his gear.
Yes, that's right.
Well, who did?
Well, I don't know. Ewan is his best mate.
Ewan.
Yeah, Ewan Kennedy. The shortbread. Going Home by Cameron Friel. Signs for a Wally Close by Rose Riverbank. Robert II by Roderick Murray. Carluke.
Oh, hello, Michael.
Forensic have identified all the prints from Jerry Hill's office.
Surprises?
Yes, sir. Ewan Kennedy.
And The Scheme of Things by Ewan Kennedy. Now, truly, this was the strongest field we have had in the Shortbread Prize. And let's see who the winner of this year's McGregor Shortbread Prize for Literature is. And it's Ewan Kennedy for The Scheme of Things. Well done, Ewan. Congratulations. Have a cup.
Cheers, thanks.
Would you like to say a few words?
Well, I mean, I've no speech prepared, so I'd just like to dedicate this to the people of Glasgow.
Would you mind coming with us, please?
Is this a joke?
I'm not laughing. It's...
Forward the check.
Extension 268
Of course my prints were in his office. I went to see Jerry last night.
Why?
He was writing an article for the magazine. I'll show you the contract if you like. I was there 10 minutes.
In a good mood, was he?
You don't think something's happened to him? I mean, he was up to high dough. Said something about carrying on Jake's work.
Did he say anything else?
Did you notice anything unusual?
No, I don't. Wait a minute. He looked like he was, well, hiding something.
What?
Well, he was putting something behind a book.
Does the name Kenneth Young mean anything to you?
Nah. The only Kenny Young I know died 15 years ago.
See, it's just that his files have gone missing from the uni. And we think that Jake Kozlowski and Jerry Hill have been looking at those files.
Jerry?
I mean, you were Kenny Young's executor.
That's what? I got his portable TV and his Pink Floyd LPs.
Did he leave anything else behind?
He was a student, skint. What else could he leave? His overdraft.
Right, how can we help you? Jerry Hill came to see me the day before yesterday. He was asking about a client. What client? I've been in alcohol counselling for 10 years. I've never seen anything like this. This client was pretending, you see. Pretending to have a drink problem.
No papers, manuscripts.
Well, there was nothing when I got there. I never got any of that. Why didn't he ask his old roommate? He found them.
Who's that?
Well, Cameron, of course.
Cameron Friel?
Rob, keep Friel at that reception.
Found it. Kenneth Young's file.
Secrets. I'll tell you a secret.
That's Kenny's manuscript.
Yeah. April 77.
And this was published in 81. He's copied it. Friel's went and copied Kenny's story.
Kozlowski must have found out when he was translating.
The murdering bastard!
Look, hold on. Friel was in our custody when Kozlowski was murdered.
When he was estimated to be murdered.
He's already gone, sir.
Aye. And I bet he was stone cold sober.
But Kozlowski was still alive while Friel's in prison, and he phoned.
Aye, he phoned all right. But remember how distorted it was?
Jim, you owe me a whiskey.
Stephen, I'll buy you a case of whiskey if you can answer me this. If someone was killed on a Tuesday, let's say, put in a freezer, taken out 2 days later, now, would that affect your calculations of the time of death?
It'd drive a coach and horses right through them, especially on a hot day. You see, we calculate it from the ambient temperature. That's the rate the body's cooled down. And, hello? Jim? Jim, are you there?
Kozlowski was still alive on Thursday. Phoned his wife.
It's Jake here.
That message was left for Friel.
We've gone far enough. have to tell you, I've given it all a lot of thought. I'm going to my lawyers.
He doctored the tape.
I'm sorry it's come to
He
this.
killed Kozlowski on the Tuesday, then played that down the phone on Thursday.
Right.
Oh, Patricia. Missing him already?
Oh my God!
This one's loaded. Cold tea. There's a lot of that where you're going.